All right. Oh.
Well, if it isn't the famous Roland. Only in town a few days, and already the flavor of the month, or so I hear. What business could one so lofty have with a lowly soldier such as myself? That's about the size of it. I see. So the Council of War has been postponed. I shan't forget. Oh no. Oh, and there was one other thing. There's been a change to the posting for some of the guards. All men assigned to the night shift on the east and west blocks are to patrol the outside of the castle instead.
Oh.
A very mysterious change to the routine, but ours is not to reason why it shall be done. Mr. Roland, sir, it shall be done. I'll leave you to pass word to the shift sergeants. But of course, your magnificence, leave it in my capable hands. Good, the coast is clear.
Huh?
Locked. Figures, I guess. Well, nothing this little guy can't fix. What the heck is that? The lock declicker scuttles off, looking pleased with itself. Okay. It actually worked. Now I've seen everything. Thanks, little guy. Alright, here goes. The Mark of Kings should be in here somewhere.
Yeah!
The ship's nearly ready. Time to weigh anchor and set sail on the high seas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's time to go and get the hydropolitans to sign up to the declaration, but we have to think beyond that too. Most of all, we need to think about what to do about Ding Dong Dao. They won't be making peace with us anytime soon. They won't be letting us close enough to even shout about peace. The whole area is crawling with soldiers. There is a way we might be able to get past them, you know. It's a path only open to members of the royal family, called the King's Way.
Huh?
What's that when it's at home? And why have you never mentioned it before? Well, because we wouldn't be able to access it without the Mark of Kings.
Huh.
And what exactly is that? It's a pendant passed down among the rulers of Ding Dong Dao. It serves as proof of the right to rule, and as a key to certain secret places. If it's that important, you can bet Mousinger will be looking for it too. It was given to me when my father passed away, but, well, you went and left it behind when you skedaddled, didn't eh? Where exactly did you squirrel the thing away, laddie? Well, there are hidden rooms in the castle, you see. I thought it would be the safest there, in the one connected to my chambers. They were designed so that the royal family could hide in times of emergency, and with the help of the mark, even escape if need be. How exactly did you come to leave something so useful behind, you feckless young oaf ye? I'm guessing it's because a certain somebody appeared out of thin air, and then all hell broke loose. I shouldn't think that anyone knows about the secret room except myself, which would mean that Mousinger probably hasn't found it yet. Unless you knew exactly where to look for the switch on the statue in the corner of the room, I shouldn't think you'd ever find it.
Oi!
This is all very interesting, but if we need to go to Ding Dong Dao to find the thing, we need to get us into Ding Dong Dao. That's not much use, really, is it? I suppose not. So he was planning to fake betray them for a long time? Let's see now.
Huh.
Bingo. So that's where the entrance was hidden. He was right. I'd never have found it unless I knew where to look.
Wow. Huh?
Guess this stuff was to help Evan make good his escape. Might as well grab it while I'm here. Starfall sword. And this must be the family heirloom itself, the Mark of Kings. The Mark of Kings, huh? Very impressive. But didn't Mousinger say it was red? Very clever, Mousinger, very clever. Trying to send me on a wild goose chase, huh? Guess he doesn't trust me as much as he pretends.
Huh?
Wait, or maybe he was just using me to find this place.
Oi!
What are you doing in here?
Oh, just looking for something.
Something very special indeed. The Mark of Kings, if I am not mistaken. So it was hidden here all along. And hidden very well. Believe me when I say we searched long and hard. I am disappointed in you, Roland. To deceive one's professed master is most uncivil.
All's fair in love and war. Isn't that what they say?
Indeed it is. I am so very glad not to have believed you for a moment. Now, if you would be so kind as to hand over the mark.
I don't think so. This belongs to the king. My king. Of course, if you'll sign the declaration, I'll be happy to make you a trade.
You speak of your pathetic union. Though I hardly think you are in any position to bargain.
Not interested, huh? Well, let me know if you change your mind.
Ha! To send a spy was most cunning. I must confess I had not thought your young protege capable of such subterfuge.
Well, he's not about to poison his rivals or anything, but he's coming along.
Very droll. But you of all people surely understand that no dream worthy of the name can be achieved without certain sacrifices being made along the way. It had to be done. And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I'm sure you would. So what is this dream of yours exactly?
For too long, our kind have suffered at the hands of the Grimalkin. My dream is a simple one. To see our feline oppressors prostrate themselves at our feet.
Revenge, in other words.
Oh, call it what you will. It matters not. I have achieved my aim. A new era beckons. And
Tell me something. If your kind were so downtrodden, how exactly did you wind up becoming King Leonard's chancellor?
Pah! He used me! I was the unwitting tool of my persecutor. A puppet chosen to make my people more compliant.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
I am tired of listening to this man. We should kill him, here and now.
Very well. Men, forward!
Well, here goes nothing. That's right. Come and get me.
That's a neat trick. A higgledy in a bottle. I need to get out of here, but there's something I have to take care of first. Oh, because I have no idea what you have to take care of first, I'm going to save. Oh. Save setting Nubbish free.
Over there!
Are you good to go?
You're for it now!
Are you good to go?
Over there!
Are you good to go? Alrighty. This is where you come in. And off you go.
What's going on?
Curse you.
You devil, swine, traitor, murderer. Charming, listen. Calm down and ask yourself this. If I'm a murderer, how come you've still got breath to curse me with? That is, I shot you, sure, but not with real bullets. With ones designed to make you look dead.
What's that now?
And what possessed ye to bring such confounded doodads along with ye, might I ask? There's no time to explain. Here, swallow this. Rippity drop into Novish's mouth before he has a chance to resist. It turned him into a little frog. Stay calm. It'll wear off before long. At least, it's supposed to. My turn now, I guess. All down the hatch.
Sir!
They're not here either, Your Majesty. Curse you, Roland. Oh, Roland's a blue frog.
Excuse me?
I think it's time you told us the truth, don't you, Leander?
Well,
You've seen through our artifice, Your Majesty.
Yes.
Of course I have. Roland would never betray us, or at least not so clumsily. I have to say, I expected more of him. The plan could perhaps have been executed with a little more finesse, I concede. What in blazes are you both blathering about, curse ye? In order to deceive one's enemies, one must first deceive one's friends. Is that not what they say? What His Majesty means to say is that Roland's betrayal was nothing of the sort. The entire affair was an elaborately staged performance.
Snakes alive!
What? You mean to tell me this whole sorry mess was one of the blasted scoundrel's confounded schemes? I might not have chosen to put it quite that way, but yes. Upon our return from Broadleaf, I could not help but notice that a number of prying eyes had been placed around the castle. These devices allow one to surreptitiously watch over a location remotely through the use of certain scrying magics. Being familiar with sorcery of this kind, thanks to Queen Neria's surveillance Hydropolis, They attracted my attention right away. Upon sharing my concerns with Roland, we investigated together and discovered the presence of an agent of Ding Dong Dell in our midst. Rather than unmask the spy and remove the prying eyes, Roland instead devised a rather ingenious plan to use them to our advantage. The first step in this plan was to make a show of expressing certain disloyal behaviors in full view of the eyes. The next was to ensure that our allies too grew suspicious of his motives. This is why we contrived to carry out his dubious liaisons just as the guard was being changed. The rest you know already. Discord was sown, and the traitor in our midst was duly ejected. And having witnessed all this by means of his prying eyes, the spy approached Roland with an offer he could ill afford to refuse.
Forgive me.
Batu, the robed figure you took for a sinister visitor from another realm, was none other than myself. It was necessary to sow suspicion in the mind of one from whom we could expect a suitably violent reaction. You used me. You played me like a blessed fiddle. I rather fear we did. But deep down you knew, did you not? Some part of you sensed that he would never have betrayed us.
If I may be so bold.
Why else would you have sent your men to find him? Or did you think I was not aware of your little crusade?
Gosh.
So does all this mean that Roland is still somewhere in Ding Dong Dell? But what possible reason could he have for going there all alone?
Well now.
Allow me to explain, Your Majesty.
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry, Evan. I've put you through a lot. We were so worried about you, Roland, but you're back now. That's the most important thing.
Oh, that cheek!
Leander told us where you been and what you've been up to. Crikey, you don't half love a madcap joint, eh? Least you could have done is invited me along for the ride. Look, I want to apologize. If I didn't have to trick you all, I wouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. Well, you certainly had me going, lad. Hook, line, and blessed sinker.
Flippin' heck!
You had all of us going, you horrible man. But I think we all still believed in you, somewhere deep down. Did my gifts prove useful in the end?
Sure.
Sure, lock-picking bugs, frog pills, and you sure know how to keep things interesting. And here's what made it all worthwhile, Evan. This is for you. The Mark of Kings. Now you can open the Kingless Way and get back into Ding Dong Dell without having to go through all those soldiers. Messenger was desperate to find it too, just like I thought he would be. It might be just the bargaining chip we need to get him to sign the declaration.
Thank you.
Now I can finally go back to Ding Dong Dell. Back to the home he stole from me.
And so at last the hour had come for Evan to return to Ding Dong Dell and convince King Mausinger to sign the Declaration of Interdependence. Bright-eyed, yet heavy-hearted, he prepared to take the final steps of the journey he had begun, what now seemed a lifetime ago. It was time to bring his dream of a united world one step closer to reality.
Did my father and Mausinger hate each other?
Sometimes it's just not possible for people to stay friends. Sometimes the circumstances just won't allow it.
I can't believe that father would have hated someone or been suspicious of them simply because of their species. But then, why else would Mausinger do what he did?
I suppose he was afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
That the great man he dedicated his life to was using him and would one day cast him aside. Think about it. What could be more frightening than being discarded by someone you love? Not that I know all the details, of course.
Right.
I want to save the progress. The Mark of Kings trophy. Everyone, there's something I need to talk to you about. Before we ask Ding Dong Dell to sign the declaration, I need to know how its people are faring under Mausinger's rule. I should also like to know what they thought of my father. Perhaps they might be able to help me understand why he was murdered. I never once considered their thoughts or feelings when I was their ruler. It's high time that I found out what they truly think.
Chapter 8. Land of My Fathers.
Chapter 7 was really quick.
All right.
Let me run you through how we're going to infiltrate Ding Dong Dell. The crosses on this map mark the areas where their troops are most heavily concentrated. So, as you can see, a direct approach via the river would be suicidal. There's no way we'd get close without being spotted. So we'll use the Zeppelin to take us over the river and set us down someplace quieter. From there, we'll make our way via the least heavily guarded areas to the entrance to the Kingsway. It's a good thing Zip gave us the old girl, huh? She's quite as a mouse, even with the engine full ahead. Which is not to say that caution will not be required. We cannot take the risk of flying too close to the city. A roundabout approach will still be required. So the old Sky Pirate full frontal assault ain't the order of the day then. Doesn't look like it. This'll be a straight in, no messing job by the sound of it. Alright, let's make ready to leave.
got really hard. It got hard. Cap someone in there? Not easy.
Alright, since there's no cutscenes, this seems like a good place to get off and grind off camera. See you next time.